Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Monday Kicking the Pants. We are back from spring break. Angela Fallon here, or at least my guys are back from spring break. Back in school this week. It's already late March. Can you believe that? Late March. We have people. Wow, not long at all. Right around 2 months. And the kids will be out of school again. And we'll be back in the summer. All right. Welcome back here. It's a lovely Monday here. It's super sunny outside and a little breezy. I hope it is nice where you're at as well. Um, I wanted to come here to you all for our third week of how to save money on travel. I guess I should start with this standard message, right? Um, we love all of you joining in each Monday. We love bringing you a gentle push each week to help you level up in your life and fill you with a dose of Monday motivation and provide you some tips, hopefully, to accelerate your life and career. Sometimes both, sometimes one of them, hopefully, all of the above. This is our third week of how to save money on travel. The very first one, we talked about a budget, how to stick to a budget, how to make a budget before you even go on a trip to begin with. And then last week, we talked about accommodations, lodging, all of the above, and how to save money there as well. So this week, we actually are going to talk about how to save money on dining. How do you eat for less, basically, and maybe save some bucks here and there. And I really have about 4 things to share with you all. The first thing I always tell everybody when you go on travel, no matter if it's in the States or international, wherever, try to eat local. When you eat local, you're going to eat more frugally because the locals aren't going to go out to eat at the most expensive restaurant every day. They're just not. So that's why it's best to eat wherever locals eat. And I've shared you guys with you guys before. All you have to do is when you're walking through um, the subway, or if you're waiting at a bus stop, or if you're walking into a shop, ask somebody that works there who's local, where do they eat? Another thing, a lot of places internationally, and even like New York City and Chicago and some places like that, eat street food. Um, I don't recommend all street food, but I mean, use your best judgment on what to eat. There's actually some places in a large part of Asia, like the larger cities, where those folks actually eat out almost every day. And it's not just Asia, but like that's the most common thing that I think of whenever I think about street food. Um, there's markets all over the place that you can go and eat, and like I said, some people eat on the street every day. Absolutely every day. Their lunch is out every day. I know people in DC that eat out for lunch every day. It's just in their budget. And I used to work with someone in a prior role where he would eat Chick-fil-A every day. The same thing, use his Chick-fil-A app. And whenever he was traveling between buildings in Washington, D.C., he would order his food on the way to the next place he's headed to for a meeting or whatever. He would order his food, walk by that Chick-fil-A, pick it up, and take it with him, and either eat it on the way or eat it when he gets there. But he would eat Chick-fil-A, the same sandwich, every day, literally every day. And you just put it in your budget. And he said, I could pack food and everything like that, but one, it takes time. Two, it's not much different in price. And what's my time worth? So it's easier to just call it in and eat the same thing every day. Same grilled chicken sandwich, believe it or not. But eat local. And that may not necessarily be Chick-fil-A. Maybe it's a slice of pizza in New York, or maybe it's, I don't know, fried chicken gizzards if you're somewhere in Asia. It's just wherever you eat local, try the street food. My kids love hot dogs when we're in New York, and I just think it's funny. They used to be like $2, but they're not anymore. Inflation's everywhere. All right, the second thing I have for you is, if you're going to go to an expensive place, go at lunch. And here's the reasons why. One, it's easier to get a reservation. If you were going to, there's lots of places in New York that are really famous. I'm trying to remember the name of the place in Central Park. It's not there anymore. It's like Gardens, something Gardens. What was it? I know it's closed down since then. It had floral wallpaper all over the place. I don't know why I can't think of the name. If you remember the name, drop it in the comments. I want to see it. But it's a lot easier to get reservations at lunchtime than it is at dinner because everybody wants to go out for dinner, right? So reservations are easier. You don't have to wait as long. and portions are smaller. So you can try all of the foods that you want to try at the expensive places, but they're smaller portions and they're less expensive. So those are the three main things about why you would go at lunch. One, it's an expensive place and you want to enjoy the cuisine for less money. You can try even more things because the portions are smaller and then you can share them with whoever you're with. And it's a lot easier to get in the reservation. So I love this idea and we try to use it as well. So if I want to go to a nice place whenever we're in New York, Chicago, Cabo, whatever, we try and do a lunch reservation instead of a dinner reservation. And some places don't have lunch reservations, and I get that. But if you can get them, it's going to save you money, it's going to save you time, and you're not going to have a huge meal. You'll have a much smaller meal. Highly recommend it. All right, the third thing I have for you is make breakfast wherever you're staying. We talked last week about accommodations and how you can, go to a hostel that may have a little cooking area. You could stay at an apartment or a condo or something that's going to have a full-size kitchen or even a small kitchen that you may have a couple of burners, a microwave, a refrigerator, whatnot. Make breakfast at home. Another way to save money is to kind of snack on the go and just carry stuff in your bag. So, ladies, you can carry a larger purse or a tote. Men, you can carry a larger fanny pack or belt bag, whatever you want to call it, or even a small backpack. And you can carry bottled water and things like that too. So, you're not stopping all the time to get those things. And maybe you don't need 3 or 4 meals. Maybe you need 2 meals and a couple snacks throughout the day. My kids eat all the time. So, no matter what snacks I bring, they get eaten every time, whether it's bags of Cheez-Its or trail mix or dried fruit and nuts, whatever it is, it almost always gets eaten. And maybe it's even like some little cookies or something, or fig Newtons, or, white cheddar popcorn in little bags, whatever. The snacks kind of keep you going all day and you kind of keep that energy. You don't have to stop 3 or 4 times to sit and have a meal whenever you're hungry. So snacks going to keep you going. So think about making breakfast at home or wherever you're staying, your home base, wherever you're staying on travel, and think about carrying snacks. Even if it's only like 3 snacks or 2 snacks for yourself, or even a half bottle of water. You don't have to pack the whole kitchen sink, but just enough to kind of keep you going so you don't have to constantly stop to eat. And you get more in and maybe even get more exercise in because you're walking more. All right. So that's the third thing I have for you. And then the last one I have is visit local markets. So a lot of places, especially if you're going over the weekend, they'll have, fruit and vegetable markets. They'll have markets that open up that have local food where people actually might be cooking food, or even have like cookies and cakes or, different local cuisine. And the beautiful thing about visiting local markets is it's normally like a 1 or 2 days out of the week. And like I said, they're normally on the weekends. There's some during the week too. But the beautiful thing about local markets is in general, they're less expensive because they're not traveling as far for the vegetables or fruit or whatever they're bringing to you. And it's more fresh because it's local. The best thing about it though is you're helping small business. So you're saving money, helping small business, and it's fresh and it's going to taste way better. So I highly recommend visiting local markets. And wherever you go, you can look up beforehand on the web on, where to go, who's the best, what locals are saying about the best markets in that area. So these are the 4 ideas I have for you all on how to save money when dining on travel. I hope this is helpful for you. If you have other ideas and things that you do regularly, I would love to hear them below. So drop them below because I love learning from you guys just as much as I love sharing with you all the things that I've learned from my days of travel. I'm still traveling. Actually, whenever I'm in Israel, my favorite thing is to go to the local market. They call it a souk. I love going to the local souk. They have like fresh pressed juice, and I love pomegranate and orange juice whenever I'm in country there, especially in Tel Aviv. Most parts of Israel, Jerusalem, all of it have places where you can get fresh juice, and I just love the fresh produce and how good it is and how fresh it is. And like I said, it's super inexpensive as well, way less expensive than going to a grocery store. The last thing I have for you all, so don't forget, please, please, please comment below with what was, something you learned today or something you want to share. Because like I said, I want to hear from you all. And then the second thing is every week I talk about how we normally have people keep joining our Clarity Mastermind group and what it's for. So the group is for other people who wanting to level up in life and in your career. And we have a lot of women in there and a few strong, courageous men who want to be a part of the group as well. We do have a networking event that's coming up at the end of the month. So in about 2 weeks, we're having a local networking event here in North Texas. So plug into that if you want. We're also having a masterclass coming up on management styles. I announced this last Monday as well. People ask me all the time about, what's your management style? Has it changed over time? Did you pivot? Things like that. Yes, all of the above. And I'm going to talk about that and then some other management styles that you may or may not have heard of before. So if you want to get on that masterclass, it's only 2 days. And by 2 days, I mean it's about 2 30-minute sessions. So it's Monday the 27th. I believe it's the 27th. What's today? Today's the 20th. Yeah. So it's Monday the 27th and the 28th on Tuesday as well. It's only 2 sessions and it's going to be in our Clarity Mastermind group on Facebook. So if you're tuning in from YouTube or in LinkedIn or anywhere else on Facebook, then tune in to our Clarity Mastermind group. And if you're not in that group yet, then just drop the word clarity below and we will get back to you and send you the link to get into that group. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely complimentary. You just hop in there and then that's where we host all of our training and events. Okay. Hope you guys have a great week, a great Monday, and just a little reminder that if you're feeling overwhelmed or behind, you're not. You're in the right place and it's the right